Hi, it's DM. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial on this folio/embellishment book that I made. And I did get a request and I thought it was really sweet that someone else wanted to know how this was made. So first I'm going to do like a quick walkthrough. And so this book measures 9 3/4 inches tall by 7 inches wide. And it's got like a 1.5 inch spine. And this is what it looks like on the back. For this, I did use the Santa Baby collection to make this book. And it is a gatefold folio, so it's got this magnetic closure at the front here. And then when you open it up, there's like this horizontal waterfall that's held together with a magnet. And then also when I made this book, I did keep in mind that, you know, a lot of collections do have like 4x6 journaling cards or cut apart sheets, and as well as like 3x4 journaling cards. So this horizontal waterfall does like hold like 3x4 journaling cards or pictures. And and then above that here, I have these like 2 pockets to hold like anything you want, like ephemera, like I put tags in this pocket, and or like embellishments like I did over here. And then I'm just going to put this aside over here. And then on the left hand side, on this flap, there's room for like embellishments. And over here, I have like 2 removable like shaker embellishments that I made. And it's held together, this flap's held with a magnet. And then when you open it up, there's room for like journaling spots or pictures. And inside there's like a vertical waterfall. And it again holds like 3x4 journaling cards or pictures or embellishments even. And then over here I just have room for like embellishments, or like in this case, like I put a pocket tag, gift card tag. And then again, like this is like closes with a magnet, and then this closes. And on the right hand side here, there's another magnetic closure. And inside it holds like these removable rosettes and removable embellishments that I made. And then if you open the center flap here, there's like this big horizontal pocket that can hold ephemera or like die cuts, like I put in the pocket here. So I have like die cuts here. And then I just have this flap that holds like some of the cut apart images. And you could customize that as well to, you know, or not even put it if you don't want. And then on the left hand side, there's room for like not so chunky embellishments, because the book does have to close. And then on the left hand side, sorry, on the right hand side here, there's room for like more embellishments. And then over here you can put like pictures, and I just have like a 4x6 journaling card here. And in the center is this box envelope where you can put goodies. And here I just like tucked in like a shaker ornament that I made. And then above that is this like a magnetic closure. And it has, when you open the flap, there's a twist and pop card. And of course, like you don't have to make it like a twist and pop card. You can put more embellishments if you wish. So the first thing that I'm going to be showing you how to make is this center piece, as well as these 2 panels on the side here. And for the base of the book here, I did make it like I use 110-pound cardstock that you could get at Michael's. And so what you're gonna need is like a scoreboard as well as paper trimmer, but of course, like you don't have to have these tools. And for the tutorial, I'm gonna be using like white 110-pound cardstock because it's just much easier to see. And the first thing that we're gonna do is cut 2 sheets that measure 9 3/4 inches by 6 inches. And I haven't quite figured out how to edit, so I just made these like little sticky notes that I'll put on the side here for reference. Okay, so you're gonna take your paper and cut it at 9 3/4 inches by 6 inches. gonna set this aside here for now and then take our second sheet. So again, the same thing. 9 3/4 inches by 6 inches. And then I'm just gonna put this paper trimmer aside, and so we're gonna take that the first sheet that we cut here, and then on the 6-inch side, we're gonna score at 3.5 inches and 5 inches. So 3.5 inches. Take our bone folder, and then 5 inches. And then we're gonna, here's a tip, like since we scored on that side, if you don't want your paper to crack, just flip it over and then fold on the opposite side. Or fold on the side where the line has like a bump. That's just a little tip if you don't want your paper to crack. And then we're just gonna use our bone folder to give it a nice crease. Okay, and we're just gonna set that aside here and do the same thing with the other sheet. So again, on the 6-inch side, we're gonna score at 3.5 inches as well as 5 inches. Flip it over and fold it. Fold and crease. Okay, and then next what you're gonna wanna do is get like score tape, and we're just gonna add tape to the side here. Like if you have a 1-inch score tape, that would be like much faster, but I don't, so I'm just gonna use like what I have. Cut that off. And then I need a little bit of tape there, so I'm just gonna use this 1/4-inch score tape that I have. And then just use my finger to rip it off. And then use your bone folder to burnish the tape so that it sticks really well. I fix that little bump that I made. Okay, and then do the same thing for the other side. Add your tape. This is my first time doing this type of tutorial, so hopefully I don't mess up, because the video is gonna be like a little long. Okay, and then just add more tape on this little edge here. And again, take your bone folder to burnish to give it a good stick. Okay, and then we're just gonna set those two aside for now. And then the next thing, we're gonna grab our paper trimmer again, and then we're gonna cut a sheet that is 9 3/4 inches. Sorry, I'm just gonna show you here. 9 3/4 inches by 7 inches. So, you know, I got this paper and it's got this one side that's all dented. I didn't notice. So I'm gonna have to keep flipping this to get the good side. Okay, so 9 3/4 inches by 7 inches. And this is gonna be the center back panel of our book. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take those two flaps that we cut and remove the tape, and then add the flap here. Just use my fingernails. Okay. Hope the lighting's not too bad. Okay, and then you're just gonna add this to one side first, and then just take your time so that it lines up nicely. And then take your bone folder to give it a good burnish. And do the same thing on the other side. Just remove the tape and add this flap. My nails are short. Okay, and then add it to this side. Again, line it up, just take your time. Okay, and then take your bone folder to make sure you get a good burnish. Okay, and then we're just gonna set that aside for now. And then we're gonna make the two center flaps. So for this, what we're gonna do next is get our paper trimmer again. Okay, and then we're gonna cut 2 sheets that measure 9 3/4 inches by 8 1/2 inches. So basically, since it's already 8 1/2, we're just gonna be cutting it on one side to cut it at 9 3/4 inches. I'm just gonna take 2 sheets and do it at the same time because the paper trimmer can do that. Okay, 9 3/4 inches. Okay, and then where we're gonna score it, it's gonna be slightly different, so we're gonna do this one step at a time. So we're gonna take our first sheet, and then on the 8 1/2 inch side, so just put your paper against the scoreboard. So 8 1/2 inch side, we're gonna score at 6 3/4. I have to be careful here because like I made funny measurements. 6 3/4. And then the next one is 7 3/8. So 7 and 1/8 is one of these blue lines. So 1, 2, 3, 7 and 3/8. Gonna square. Okay, flip it on the other side and fold. Fold and crease. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our tape so that we don't get confused. I'm gonna grab my tape here. Sorry. Okay, so this time I have a 3/4 inch wide square tape here, and then I'm just gonna add another piece. And then just a thinner piece to the edge here. Take that off. Okay, and then give it a good burnish with your bone folder. Okay, and once you do that, you just remove the tape, and then we're gonna stick it onto the right hand side. So remove the tape. Okay. And this side as well. Okay, and then hold on to that. Okay, so we're gonna take our panel back, and then where you see like the first fold there, we're gonna just add the panel to that and away from the fold line. So just take your time again, make sure it lines up and away from the fold line so that the book can close easily. And give it a good burnish with your bone folder. Gosh, I better do this fast because like I'm trying to do this with natural light and the sun is going down. Okay, and then we're gonna make the other panel. We're gonna take our sheet again. So on the on the 8 1/2 inch side, so we're gonna score at 6 7/8. So 6 7/8 right here. As well as 7.5 inches. 7.5. Trying to do this carefully so I don't mess up. Okay, and then flip it and fold it. Give it a good crease again. And then we're gonna add our tape, score tape. Okay, good, I am still in frame. Okay. And then I'm just gonna add another piece quickly here. I hope you're crafting along so that you're not watching me fumble here. Okay, and then take your bone folder again, give it a good burnish, because that is important. Okay, and then we're gonna remove the tape and add this flap to the other side. Add this to the left side. So we're gonna take our book back here, and then again, like where it folds here, the first fold, we're gonna add that panel away from the fold line. Take your time. Okay, that looks good. And then take your bone folder and give it a burnish again. Okay, good. So this is what the book should look like so far. And then like it closes one more time up here. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make that right side panel over here. So we're gonna put this aside, just like that. Take our paper trimmer again. And this time we're gonna cut a sheet that measures 9 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So I'm just gonna put that there. Grab my paper. So 9 3/4 by 5 inches. Oh, this is the ugly side, so I'm gonna just flip it here. So 5 inches. Set our scraps aside. Okay, and then for this, what we're gonna do is, okay, move our paper trimmer. Okay, and then on the 5-inch side, we're gonna score it 1 inch. Here. As well as 1.5 inches. So 1.5. Okay, and then flip and fold and crease. Okay, go ahead and add your tape. Okay. Trying to get it to the edge. Then for me, I just have to add another piece of tape. Okay, and then again, take your bone folder to burnish the tape. Okay, and then we're gonna just remove the tape. Okay, and we're gonna add this to the right hand side. So bring our book back here, and we're just gonna add it like right on the line, right against the edge. And again, take your time because you don't want like a wonky looking book. Okay, and then just use your bone folder to, and if you don't have a bone folder and you're using your fingers, just be careful not to get a paper cut because this paper does get sharp. Okay, so far that's what we have, and this is like the other panel, and it would fold over like this. Okay, and then next what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a piece that is 6 3/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Okay, so 6 3/4. Okay, just set this aside because we're gonna need that. Okay, and then 4 1/4. Okay, and I would just set this aside for now because we're gonna cut this piece as well. Since it's like already 6 3/4 inches, we're gonna cut it at 3 1/4 inches. 3 1/4. I'm gonna take this other side here, 3 1/4. Okay, so we have two pieces. Oh, my paper trimmer is getting like dull. Okay, so again, that second piece was 6 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. I'm just gonna put this here and here for now. Okay, and then we're just gonna cut another piece while we're at it, which is like that leftover piece here. And we are gonna cut this at 5 1/4 inch by 4 inches. So we're not gonna waste paper. So 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. I'm gonna put these aside here for now. Okay, so 5 1/4. Okay, by 4 inches. Okay, so I am just going to put that with this. And now we are going to score all 3 of those pieces. Okay, so that first piece, so you're going to take the piece that measures 6 3/4 inches by 4 1/4 inch. And so this is the first one. Okay, and then on this 6 3/4 inch side, so 6 3/4 inches, we're gonna score it 1/2 inch. Okay, score, and then flip and fold, and crease, and then add your tape to this as well. So this is gonna be the horizontal flap for the horizontal waterfall. And then what you're gonna wanna do is take okay, so we're gonna add our tape and then burnish. And then if you have like a corner rounder, you'd want to like round the corners. And it looks like my paper trimmer is getting dull already. So I'm just gonna take my like corner rounder here. It's my We Are Memory Keepers. And on the 1/4 inch side, I'm gonna just round these 2 corners. You can also do 1/2 inches if that's what you prefer. So I am just going to, okay, and set that aside for now because that's gonna be the pocket, the horizontal waterfall that opens like that. And I'll put that there. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna take that other piece that's 6 3/4 inches. So if you put it against your scoreboard, it should measure 6 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inch. And then just put this here for now. And then what we're gonna do is on the 6 3/4 inch side, let me make sure this is right. Yeah, 6 3/4 inch side, we're gonna score, oops, sorry about that, at 1/2 inch again. Score it 1/2. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it, fold it, crease it, add our tape. And then also get your, we're gonna round the corners. Okay. Oh, burnish. And then round the corners. Gonna make sure it's on the 1/4 inch side. Sorry. Gonna move all these scraps aside. And then so that it doesn't get confusing, what I'm gonna do is add this to the book. So I'm just gonna grab the book, right? And then this is the piece that goes on the bottom here. And what I would do is, okay, so you're gonna remove the tape first. Okay, and then you're just gonna center it along the edge. Center, and then put it into place. Okay, looks good. I'm just gonna use my bone folder to burnish it into place. Okay, and then we're gonna take that other piece, which is the 5 1/4 inch by 4 inch, and this is that like side piece over here. So what we're gonna do is put our book aside. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside as well. So this should measure, let's make sure here. So 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. And what we're gonna do is on the 4 inch side, so yeah, the 4 inch side here, we're gonna score at 1/2 inch. And this is gonna be that side flap. Okay, score that, and then flip and fold. Burnish, add your tape. Okay. Burnish, round the corners, round these 2 corners. Okay. And if you don't have a corner rounder, you can just use like a gift card or like old credit card. Okay, and then just remove the tape, and then we're gonna add this so that we don't get confused. Take the tape off, and then just pull our book over. Okay, and then we're just gonna add this to the bottom side here. Just right along the edge. Okay, and use your bone folder to burnish that. Okay, and then next we're gonna make the flap on top here. And for that, we're just gonna use like a scrap piece of paper from earlier, and we're gonna cut a piece that measures, let me put this aside here. You need to cut a piece that's 4 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inch. So let me see, 3 1/4, this is from before, and 4 3/4. Oops, this is too short. So I will just grab another one. Oh yeah, this is from before. So okay, so 4 3/4 inches. Sorry, that's ugly side. Okay, 4 3/4 inches by 3 1/4. This works. And this is that top flap. Okay, and then put our paper trimmer aside. Okay, and then so on the 4 3/4 inch side, so place that down. So we have 4 3/4 inch side. We're just gonna score it 1/2 inch. Okay, fold it, burnish it, add your tape, and we're gonna add it to the book. Okay. Okay, and remove the tape. Oh, sorry. You're gonna wanna use your corner rounder to round the corners. So just make sure this is on the right side. And of course, like, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, we're gonna remove the tape and then add it to the book. So again, just make sure it's centered, and it should line up with the bottom one. So make sure it's centered. Just right along the edge at the top there. So I'm gonna move mine over a bit. Okay. Okay, that looks good. And then use your bone folder to burnish. Okay, and then if you wanted to like add magnets, this is where you would do it for this side. So what I would recommend is magnets that are 1 millimeter thick. So let me show you. So I got my magnets like on AliExpress, and I don't know if you can see, but you want the ones that are like, I think the best ones I'd say are like 1 millimeter thick. And then I like this one's like 10 inches in diameter, but you could also use like 8-inch. Like for this side over here, I would recommend using either 8 millimeters, or I also have 5 like right now, so I'm gonna use the 5 millimeter one. So to do that, what I do is I usually add them with these things called like this these sticky dots that are like, it's a permanent adhesive called Zot's Bling that I get at Michael's. And what you would do is, like, it comes like on this backing piece, and then you just take one of the magnets, take your magnet, and then you know, put a sticky dot on it. Okay, and then also you're gonna have to keep in mind like where you're gonna place your paper. So you don't want this like right along the edge, because you know, once you glue down your paper, you don't want the magnet to show either. So you're gonna take a look here, and then what I do is, like, see, I have that much space. So my magnet is gonna go in the center there, and it's gonna go like on this top flap. So I'm just gonna place it here like this. Okay, that's one magnet. And then if you want your magnets to line up, you just take the other like another piece of magnet, and then just let it stick to that one over there, and then add your sticky dot to it. So we're gonna add this sticky dot. Okay, so make sure it sticks together. And then what you do is, like, you just hold your the flap down like this, and then just fold this over. And then since it's already got that sticky dot on, you could it will just stick to the other side of the paper, and here it is. And that's the easiest way to add the magnets. Okay, so we have that, and there's already a magnet on there. And then also on this flap over here, like, my book has like another magnet, and I actually put 2 just to make it like more secure. But so what I would recommend is, I'm gonna actually use the bigger one for this one, because I want it to like close securely. This is going to be like quite chunky. So I'm just going to take my magnets. This is the 10 millimeter in diameter one, the thicker one, or the bigger one I should say, and then take my glue dot, right? So when you close this kind of goes over a little bit more, so I would just eyeball it, and remember you don't want it to be too close to the edges because you're going to be adding your paper. So I'm just gonna do one here and then hold it so that it's on the same direction, and then add another magnet to the bottom. There. Okay, and then we're gonna take a magnet each and add it to those pieces that we just added, and then add our glue dot to the back of those. Okay. Just gonna peel this off gently and then add another one. To this side. Okay, so our glue dots are on the back of those magnets, and then just to make sure it lines up, we just put everything flat and then just fold this over, and it should just take the magnets into the reverse side, and then just press it you know, gently to secure it. And then we have that flap done. Okay, so next we're gonna be working on the waterfall pieces. Okay, so next we are gonna cut the pieces for our vertical and horizontal waterfall. And for this step, I would recommend using 65-pound cardstock so that like after when you layer your flaps, they don't become too bulky and you're still able to close the book. So what you're gonna need is we're gonna need to cut 6 pieces for the vertical waterfall, and the pieces will measure 4 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inch. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my since we need 6 of them, 6 pieces, I'm just gonna grab like 3 pieces of 65-pound cardstock and cut them all at once. So we're gonna cut at 4 3/4 inches. You can do it individually if you like as well, if you prefer. Okay, and then just keep this for later. So that's 4 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inch. Okay, so that's 3 pieces, and I'm just gonna cut another 3. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is on the 4 3/4 inch side, so 4 3/4, we're gonna score it 1/2 inch. Okay, and then you're gonna crease. And then also for this step, I would recommend, you know, using your corner rounder to round the edges if you wish. This is the step where you would do that. Okay, and then I did everything like off camera so that I'm not wasting your time here because this video is getting long. So once you have your 6 pieces, we're gonna be adding them with liquid adhesive. Okay, so take your 6 pieces, and then I'm just gonna bring the book over. So I recommend using liquid adhesive for this step so that, you know, it gives us a wiggle room so that our our flaps are gonna line up. So I'm just using my liquid adhesive, and I hope it's not stuck. Okay, just get my pin. Okay, and then you're just gonna lay it to the bottom of that flap that's already there. Use that as a guideline. And then make sure it lines up, and then do that for the rest. Before, when I started making these books, I wanted to use 110-pound cardstock, but later I quickly learned that, oh, it gets like really bulky and like hard to close the flaps sometimes. And again, these flaps are perfect for 3x4 journaling cards. Okay, make sure it lines up. Almost there. Just slightly over. Okay, and there we have our flaps. And they all line up. Okay, that is good. And then, okay, so I'm just gonna close this for now. And then we're gonna go back to the, using the other sheets to cut the horizontal waterfall piece. Okay, so you're gonna take that remaining 3 sheets that you had, and we're gonna cut pieces that are 4 1/4 inch by 3 3/4 inches. So take these sheets, 3 3/4. By 4 1/4. That should like just split this in half. And then I just want to make sure this is also 1 1/4, because sometimes these sheets are not easy to see. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then for these 6 sheets, what you're gonna want to do is, I'm gonna put this away, and then on the 3 3/4 side, so 3 3/4 side, we are gonna score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so you're gonna fold and crease all those, and then also round the corners if you wish. This is the step to do it. Okay, and again, like I did that for all of them already, so you would have 6 of them. And then for this step, you're actually gonna wait until after you like layer your book before putting them in, because this is where they would go. So for this step, what I'm gonna recommend is we're gonna take that flap that we cut earlier and put aside, and then we're gonna like adhere that so that we don't forget. So we're gonna take that flap from earlier, and just in case, the measurement is 6 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, we're just gonna take the piece of tape off. bring our book back, and then it's gonna go like on this side. You could also do this like for later, like if you just put a paper clip, and you know, you can also add it like later, but I'm just gonna put it now so that to show you. And for this step, I'm just gonna put my book like this, and then it goes like, I don't put mine like right to the bottom, so it's gonna go like this, right along the edge. And then just burnish. Okay, and then so this is what it should look like. So later, when you add your like horizontal flaps that we just made, this one would go like, you're just gonna put this right against this, and you're gonna add it with liquid adhesive. So what I'd recommend is like, just put it right against the sheet with the flap folded over, and then you can add your liquid adhesive, right? And then once you like push it down like this, it should go right on the spot, you know, where it's supposed to go, and then that way it all lines up, and it's gonna look like this. And then you would add your magnets here if you wish. So the magnet would go here, and then, you know, you just make sure it goes onto the other side. Okay, and then this is after you layer this whole sheet, and then you're gonna add the other pieces like we did for the vertical waterfall once it's all layered. Okay, so just keep that aside for later. And then next we're gonna make the 2 pockets that go like above this horizontal waterfall. So do that for now. Okay, so to make the pockets, we're gonna bring our paper trimmer back. Okay, so we're gonna, for the pockets, we're gonna cut 2 pieces that measure 4 by 3 inches. And then you could also use your scraps for this part, but I'm just gonna do it quickly here for you. So 4 by 3. 2 pieces, that's 3, and then 4. And then 1 more, 4 inches. Okay, and then for these, we're gonna get our bone folder, and then on the 4-inch side, we're gonna score it 1/2 inch, and then 3.5 inches. And then we're gonna just flip it, and then on the 3-inch side, we're gonna score it 1/2 inch. And then we're gonna do the same with the other one. So again, on the 4-inch side, we're gonna score it 1/2 inch, and then 3.5 inches. Flip it onto the 3-inch side and score it 1/2 inch. And then so we're gonna cut off the bulk on these pockets. So in order to do that, okay, so this is the top of the pocket, and then this is the bottom, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a, let me just draw it for you. This is what it's gonna look like. So this is the corner, and we are gonna cut off a piece looking like this for both sides. Okay, so this is what the cut line looks like. I hope you can see that. Okay, so we're just gonna cut this, and then this part, and do the same for the other side. So and that just makes the corners less bulky. And we'll do the same for the other pocket. So again, just slightly, and then on this side, same thing. Okay, and then you're just gonna go ahead and fold and crease those lines. And then you could later add these. We're not gonna add them now because you would have to layer that page first with your decorative paper. And then you can add these with like liquid adhesive later. So just creasing and folding the lines. Okay, and then save them for later. So again, this is where they would go once you're done decorating your page. Like you're gonna place one here and the other one here. So if you wanted, you can just use a paper clip to remind yourself that that's where it's gonna go. And oh, here are my paper clips. I'm just gonna put them here. Okay, and then next what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the box envelope that goes here.